We are back. The Fight Fiend forecast. The dogs are here. They're alive. They're going to be barking on Saturday. And let me tell you, I'm locking in a dog. I'm taking 2 dogs of the week. My dog Benson is here on the show, ready to go. Fucking around with shit. And we're not going to let that stop us from making some big bags, collecting some dog food, and making sure these underdogs go back to the pound. There's a lot on the loose. I was taking 6. Apparently I'm taking 8. Could be 7 now. Could be 6 again. I don't know. There's a lot of underdogs on this card. I think a lot are going to cash in. So if you like one, don't hesitate to take a bet on it, because I think it's a good weekend to take some underdogs. I don't know what you're feeling. I don't know what your instincts are, but I'm going to tell you what mine are. I'm going to tell you my 2 most confident underdogs on the card with my lock of the week. The locks are 7 in a row. And yeah, you heard it right. I'm taking an underdog. I'm taking a huge underdog as lock of the week. You're going to think I'm crazy. Absolutely crazy. But I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to risk it for the biscuit. The dogs are barking. They're barking. So I'm not just going to take a favorite. Minus 300, minus 200. I'm just going to take one big underdog. And I'm going to bang the bookies. You're probably not going to agree. That's what it is. But I'm going to tell you what I'm doing. We also have a forecaster giving their most confident prop at plus money. Now, this forecaster has been here before. He's been through the ups and downs of MMA betting, of betting on the sport of mixed martial arts. Anything can happen, but this guy here is ready and due for a big bag here. Frank Bush, he's back in action, and he's bringing me a forecast of the week prop that I told someone to give me. He put hashtag forecast of the week. He put it before Thursday night. It's plus money. It's plus 225, and it is Eduarda Mora by a decision, plus 225. You heard me right. He's locking in the forecast of the week that I told someone to take. Now, credit to Frank Bush for being sharp enough to take this. This girl has a 100% finish rate. She's undefeated, you know. If there's going to be a fight that she does go the distance and win, it's this one. Denise Gomes is tough. She's durable. And on the feet, it's going to be close, potentially. Eduarda is going to need some takedowns galore, control time. Hopefully she has success, and hopefully the judges, all 3, have it for her. We don't need a greasy split decision. Now, I said she was undefeated and had 100% finish rate. Now, I'm second-guessing that. She might have had 1 decision win. I'm going to double-check that information. I don't want to give false information on the show. You heard me say that before. Eduarda Mora, she does have a lot of finishes, but 100% finish rate, was I correct? She has 1 decision win, and it was in 2022, not too long ago. Split decision to a 12-14 opponent. So yeah, very good chance this fight goes 15, and the big favorite wins by a decision. Yeah, she has a lot of finishes. A lot of people are going to forecast her to win by finish, but we're going to be sharp. Sharp minds are going to think alike, and Frank Bush is the guy, the forecaster, this week to give his most confident prop at plus money. He's locking in Eduarda Mora decision. I told someone to take it. He's taking it, and he's giving it out, and I'm going to lock it in. I didn't have anyone else, guy or girl, give their most confident prop at plus money. Hashtag forecast of the week. I haven't seen one. A lot of comments, but no comment for forecast of the week. So next week, if you want to become the forecast of the week, represent and give your most confident prop to the forecasters looking to collect some big bags, just put your most confident prop at plus money on the early show there. And all what you got to do is make sure the play is above plus 100, and make sure the comment is there before Thursday night. That is when I choose it. It's Friday morning now, just after lunch. Video's getting out there nice and early. It's going to be quick and fast because I did a full card prediction show on this somewhat sloppy event, very tricky to predict event. I don't know how much success we're going to have because I have 6 to 8 underdogs, you know what I mean? I'm predicting a fighter to win that's not expected to win. So I understand what potentially could happen. I'm willing to pay the consequences, so tune in because I'm going to give you the locks and dogs next. You got the forecast of the week. You know what to do next week. If you have a very confident prop, you're 100% it's going to hit. It's above plus 100. You want credit for it? You want some fame? Give me your most confident play on the early show. So, hashtag forecast of the week is required. Plus 100 or above is required. And you got to put it on the early show before Thursday. Like, let's get it going here. Only one forecaster, Frank Bush, was commenting. He's been here before. He's been here multiple times. So it's not that hard to get entered in as forecast of the week. Although I would like to see some new faces as forecast of the week. We got Frank Bush coming back, ready to attack the bookies, looking for some big bags. He's ready to collect. And I'm sure he's going to be back again. He has to come back. And he's due for a win this time, so get your money in on this one. Decision plus 225 is very likely to happen. She's taking a step up in competition. Denise Gomes is very tough and durable. I think it's going 15, and I think the favorite will win. Now, we're talking favorites. I like to lock them in. Let's talk about the lock of the week last, because this is an underdog pick. She is not expected to win. Y'all are going to think I'm crazy. Dogs of the week first, plus 835. We're going Dominic Reyes. We're going Cody Stamann, and we're not going to think twice about it. Cody Stamann is the better fighter. Taylor Lapalus had 2 fights in the UFC, and then he was cut. He was boring as hell. Now, this guy here, I'm not a fan of him. I see a lot of people predicting him to win, keeping it at distance, using that 8-inch reach advantage, being composed, technical, and getting it done by a decision. Now, that does not sit well with me. I don't want to bet on a guy, a favorite, 3-1 favorite, that's going to sit back, relax, and pace his way to a decision. Now, Cody Stamann can push forward, have more pressure, getting the takedowns, control time that he needs to edge this fight out. If it's a split decision, I don't care. He's going to win this fight. He says he's going to go for the finish. I'm going to play a clip leading up to this fight on what Cody Stamann thinks is going to happen and what he thinks of Taylor Lapalus. Now, he thinks he's on a different level. I thought he's on a different level. A lot of different people are disagreeing. They're not looking to bang Cody Stamann's money line.
I'm doing my best to be humble, because that's what God teaches me I need to be. But in my eyes, I don't even think we're on the same. We're in the same ballpark, you know. Like the things that I can do in the cage, in the UFC, in the octagon, and what I've seen him do in the octagon are not the same thing. I don't think he'll go 3 rounds with me, honestly. I think I'll put him down in 2, or I'll put him down in 1. I'll shoot on him 47 times, and it's gonna be grimy, and it's gonna be horrible for him.
I'm gonna do it. Cody Stamann, I think, is a better fighter. He can push forward. He knows how to win a fight. He's been in the UFC longer, and he hasn't been cut because he hasn't been boring. And not only that, he's fighting guys that, in my opinion, Taylor Lapalus just hasn't fought. You got to think. Rob Davashvili fought Cody Stamann 5 fights ago, and Cody Stamann had more control time. You know what I mean? So you look at Taylor Lapalus. He got cut from the UFC after he lost. He didn't even get cut after he lost. He got cut after he won a decision. He fought 2 decisions in the UFC. He lost one, won one. They got rid of him. He came back and he beat Kalen Loughran, debuting. Like, Lapalus threw under 100 strikes in that fight, 100%. He probably threw just over 50. He was hardly doing anything. Now he's a 3-1 favorite after getting taken down over 5 times and controlled for over 10 minutes to Fareed Basharat. Maybe that's an exaggeration, but he got controlled and taken down a lot in that fight. So if Cody Stamann can stick to a game plan, I think he's winning this fight. And at fucking 3-1, I think he's one of the best dogs on this card. So I'm going to play that as a single bet. That's what you have to do. But you take my 2 dogs, you put them together, and you put a little sprinkle down. And those are the dogs of the week. I don't have a streak going for the dogs, so I'm going to take 2. I have 8 picks for dogs. Why not take 2 this week for dog of the week? So we're going to double dog this one. Dominic Reyes is coming back after, a stint of loss after loss after loss. Been knocked out multiple times. Now, I understand the chin might not be there, but what if he doesn't get knocked out in the first round? What if he does not get caught in the first 2 minutes, 3 minutes? And what if he gets a takedown, some control time? what happens in that second, third round. You know, he's been in there with John Jones for fucking 25 minutes. Arguably could have won the fight. He had a dangerous moment against Yuri Prohaska where he should have won the fight. Yuri looked knocked out, but managed to show his warrior strength, come back to it, and win the fight. Jan Blachowicz, Polish power, no shame in that. It's now or never for him. If he loses 5, and I've never seen anybody lose 5 in a row, he's done. He's packing it up. He's going home. This is the end of his career in mixed martial arts. But that is not happening. I don't see that happening. At near 3-1 again, I think Dominic is going to dominate this fight against a guy that's won 1 fight out of his last 4. He lost all of them by a decision. He couldn't push forward. He couldn't edge a fight out or do enough to win. Now he's been knocked down against Alonzo Menifield. Dustin Jacoby has. And he lost a split decision where the judges gave it to Khalil Roundtree. Do you think the judges are going to give it to Dominic Reyes or Dustin Jacoby in a co-main event spot in not just a fight night at the Apex? I got to think they're giving it to Dominic Reyes if it's super close, but I don't think it's going to be super close. I think Dominic will do enough to dominate this fight and make it, without a question, him the winner. Like, without a doubt, he will win this fight. If it goes 15, he will leave the judges no doubt but to give it to him. He wants to win. He needs to win. He is ready to win. You can disagree all you want. You can take Dominic Reyes after he wins this fight, and maybe that wouldn't be the smartest thing to do, you know what I mean? I think, in my opinion, the smart thing to do would be take the guy when he's on a losing streak, when everybody's against him, when he's a big underdog, and fucking bang that money line, okay? You're not going to go in and bet Dominic Reyes after he snaps his losing streak against a potentially tougher opponent in a fight that, yeah, he could potentially get knocked out. But against Dustin Jacoby, a guy that has won 1 fight out of his last 4, he's lost 3 decisions out of his last 4. I mean, he's getting older, he's slowing down. Can he get the knockout shot? That's how he's been winning. Dustin Jacoby, his last 2 wins all come by knockout. Can he get the bang? I'm going to say no. I'm going to say if anyone gets the bang, it's Dominic Reyes, the Dominator, is coming back looking to attack these bookies. As an underdog, I am not doubting Dominic Reyes, the Devastator, is going to devastate all yous. You're all on Dustin Jacoby. You're all betting Dustin Jacoby. I'm glad you're confident. I hope you believe that. Put your money where your mouth is. I'm going to do that. I have money on Dominic Reyes. I have money on Cody Stamann. I'm going to have money on that decision prop. And let me tell you, I have more money on my lock of the week. And this is the one that's really going to make you guys think this guy's crazy. Like I said on the early show, I'm going to war with my picks, and I'm trusting my instinct. I'm going to bang these bookies. You're going to need some liquid courage for this one, okay? You're not going to like it. You're going to have to trust me a little on this one, okay? Have a little trust in the guy that's 7 locks in a row. Hear me out. The Cyclone, Puja Tomar, plus 250. Now, I'm telling you, I showed you. I'm not lying. I'm being 100% transparent and honest. This girl was the favorite opening up this fight night. She was a 3-1 favorite nearly. Rayanne dos Santos there. If you liked her as a favorite, why didn't you take her at plus 140? Why didn't you? Vegas had Puja as the favorite, and now everybody is going on Rayanne dos Santos. Take her. Put your money where your mouth is. Like I said, you're going to pay the consequences with your losses. I'm going to pay the consequences. Now, this one is a heavy bet for me. Super heavy. If you're in Patreon, I'm letting you know this is heavy. I don't want you to tail it. I don't recommend you to tail this one. Okay, this girl here is debuting. This is not a good sign. This is a mistake that we've made in the past. But she won her last 4 fights. And Rayanne dos Santos has won 3 out of her last 5. Looking at the tape study here, her last win was against an opponent that was 6-3, Jillian DeCourcy. She went for a takedown and some control time that, ended up getting reversed. I don't think she can hold a takedown and have serious control in this fight. I don't even know if she can get a takedown. Let's be honest with that. Her win before that was against a girl that was 5-5. And 1-2 before that. That was the fight that she got the armbar in. I don't think she's getting a submission. I don't think she can win a fight that's going 15 minutes versus a striker. Now, she fought a girl that was a grappler, Talita Alencar. You remember her? Had some takedowns, control time. Well, DeSantos couldn't even do enough on the feet to win a decision in that fight. She lost. Split decision. She fought Denise Gomes and lost a clean, unanimous decision on the Contender Series, where you're fighting for a contract to get into the promotion. They let her back in. And now I feel like this is the easiest fight possible for Pooja Tamar. Can you agree? The girl is making her debut in the UFC. First woman ever from India to enter the UFC. This is a big moment for her country. I gotta think the UFC matchmakers know what they're doing. They're giving her the easiest possible matchup. Rayanne has never been in the UFC. She lost both attempts on trying to make a name for herself, to make a statement. She failed both. Now you're going to all fade a fucking girl that's on a 4-fight win streak, has knocked out her last 3 opponents. The girls that she knocked out were 6-8, 2-1, and 8-2. Now, that is a little bit higher level competition in my opinion. Now, I watched some tape study. The 8-2 opponent was getting hit with leg kicks, and her leg got beat up bad. The leg kicks of Pooja are phenomenal. I'm warning you now. The front kicks, low kicks, high kicks, her forward pressure, accuracy, punches and bunches, combinations. She's fierce. She opened as the favorite now. The only reason why she would flip to the big underdog is if someone inside knows some information that I don't. I'm being honest, I don't know anything inside on this fight. If there's an injury, an illness, or something that I don't know about, that I didn't catch, like, someone has to warn me. I'm going heavy on this underdog. Formerly the favorite, Pooja Tamar. She's the lock of the week, plus 250. I got more than 5 units down for sure. That's just a little inside information there. But for $5 a month, you can see how much units I have on Pooja Tamar, on the dogs, on the forecast of the week, and on each and every bet that I already placed for UFC Louisville. It's a loaded card of excitement and sketchy fights. It's a tough one to predict and forecast and to even figure out a lock of the week. If you're on Patreon, I didn't have my lock out until Thursday. Now, some more inside information here that I do have. I was going to lock in Zach Reese. He's a pick at plus 110 that I really like. Julian Marquez has been knocked out in his last 2 fights. I don't think he's that durable anymore. Zach Reese has speed and power and really a game on the ground that is going to be unmatchable. Marquez has never been submitted, but if this is the time to get submitted, it's going to be against Zach Reese. He's super dangerous on the ground. I think he's capable of getting the submission or knockout. So inside the distance for this underdog that also opened up as the favorite would be a great play to take. Very sharp. It was going to be a lock of the week. A single play on Zach Reese. I thought it was worth it. Another guy, Punahele Soriano. Another dog. Another guy that I think could get the finish against a guy that has been off for 2 years, been knocked out in his last 2 fights, and I don't know if he's that durable. I don't know if he's the real deal. Maybe he's been training hard. He's looking quick on film, but Miguel Beza might be bringing some bags towards us if we take the underdog in this fight. Punahele Soriano by knockout. That's what I'm forecasting, and it's actually high confidence for me. I really can't see this fight going any different, along with Zach Reese. Both these underdogs, great picks, great plays, honorable mentions. So, very honorable mentions for me. They weren't dogs of the week, they weren't locks of the week, but they're underdog picks that almost made it, just inches away from making it to the locks, to the dogs. But, yeah, they didn't. I could have had 3 locks. I could have had 2 locks. I could have had 4 dogs, but we're going to keep it half... I was going to say safe. We're not keeping it safe. What am I saying? We're going to have some fun. We're going to hope to crush these bookies, because if not, we're going to go down a little bit. We're probably way too invested on a card that's this sketchy, honestly. But with this many underdogs and with how confident I am now in these underdogs after doing all my research, I'm ready to bang the bookies. So are you with me or not? And before you go, If you love the content that I'm doing, if you want it to continue, all what you got to do, smash the like button, suplex the subscribe button, join Discord for absolutely free for more content. Check out Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and for $5 a month, I'm giving out my bets. I'm giving out early access to the picks, locks, dogs, everything. I got a line movement tracker as well. And now I'm going to show you the newest feature for Patreon for the Platinum Picks. So the Platinum Picks gives you the confidence level, method of victory, and the round outcome. Obviously the fight winner too, but now I want to do a forecasted percentage. With the confidence level, it's medium, high, and low. But now I have added a forecasted percentage chart with the forecasted winner and their current odds and the implied probability. I'm going to show you this week's forecasted percentage. Some of these are going to be ones you disagree on. Some of them you're going to be like, you and the bookies completely disagree, you're crazy, or the bookies have a ton of fights priced wrong, which is probably not correct. I'm probably the dummy. I understand that. I'm going to war with the picks and my instinct, but if I can hit 3 or 4 underdogs, I think I'm getting paid. You know what I mean? If I can hit at least half of my picks, I'm getting paid. I have many underdogs, and my recommendation to you is if you have an instinct to take an underdog, if you have one that's really on your mind, one that you think without a doubt is going to win, you disagree with Vegas and the bookies, bang the bookies. Let's go. Don't think about it any longer. Don't overthink any fights. I feel like a lot of people have overthought a lot of these fights. I am doubting that they dove deep for these fights because it's a fight night, right? It's not a big pay-per-view. We had a great week last week. A bunch of favorites came through. I feel like some people are just following along with some people's picks, following along with the money that could be incorrect. So we have to beware, be safe. You got to listen to a number of people, and I'm sure a lot of people have a lot of crazy picks. I'm not saying my picks are going to be correct. They all could be wrong. Every single one of them. It wouldn't shock me. But it wouldn't shock me if we come through and bang these bookies and make some money. So please smash the like button before you go. Suplex the subscribe button. We're going to get to 1,000 subscribers, and we're going to be one of the best shows on the air for giving UFC predictions. I keep it transparent. I keep it honest. I'm just here to tell you what I'm doing each and every week. I'm telling you my path to success and how I'm going to look to collect some big bags. We'll see you next weekend.
Make that shit bang, bang, bang. Make that shit bang, bang, bang. Make that shit bang.